David Johnson has spent nearly 30 years at Vanderbilt, most recently as Director of Hematology, Oncology, and Deputy Director of its Ingram Cancer Center when he was recruited to UT Southwestern in 2010. An expert in the management of lung cancer who has authored more than 350 peer-reviewed articles, he didn't foresee a move away from Tennessee.
The bulk of my career was spent at that institution, and it's one that I have great affection for and enjoyed every moment that I was there. I had great colleagues and really never anticipated leaving. But as I had told all of my faculty members and trainees, never, shut the door on opportunities. Opportunities are not that frequent, and when one presents itself, you should grab it. As an oncologist, one of the things that had caught my attention was the fact that the state of Texas had determined to spend $3 billion on cancer research. I would say the reputation of the institution is a stellar one, and that was reinforced again just this fall with Dr. Beutler's Nobel Prize. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, the truth of the matter is the depth of research at this institution, the quality of the research is really second to none. And then something that I've said many times to others, over the course of the years that I was the chief of the Hematology Oncology Division at Vanderbilt, one of my responsibilities was to recruit good trainees. I recognized the fact that probably about 10% or so came from this institution.
Johnson relished the opportunity to join the Department of Internal Medicine, now some 400 plus members strong, and continue the strong legacy built by his predecessors.
I found it challenging and inspirational in a sense. I had learned in my years at Vanderbilt that you're only as good as the people around you. And as I was interviewing for the position, I recognized that a tremendously excellent foundation was present. And if I did my job correctly, I could build upon that.
But Johnson was and is eager to add his own vision and imprint on the department.
Every department in a medical school has three basic missions. And in no particular order, those missions are excellence in research, excellence in education, and excellence in patient care. Although the institution is generally recognized for its excellence in so-called basic research, I think its translational and clinical research are vastly underrated. I saw the opportunity to partner with world-class basic research, not just within our own department of medicine, but the other excellent departments on campus, including the basic sciences. One vision I had was to continue to enhance those relationships, improve the translational opportunities that exist.
In the educational arena, Johnson wants to educate future physicians and residents in a way that reflects the accelerated pace in which medical knowledge now advances.
The world is changing, and there are a lot of external forces that are influencing how physicians are being trained today. And while my generation, many are railing against this, saying, oh, this is terrible, in fact, I saw it differently. I saw it as an opportunity to recraft medical education. We have to develop a new model of educating physicians for today and tomorrow. So I saw this as an opportunity to become the medical school of the 21st century, as opposed to trying to be a 20th century medical school operating in the 21st century.
In the clinical realm, Johnson hopes to further build a robust program of patient care that equals UT Southwestern's exceptional reputation for science and research.
You cannot have a world-class medical school that doesn't deliver world-class patient care. And the old idea that patients will seek us out is wrong, and we have to be a provider of health care that's truly patient-centric. That's an overused term as well, as opposed to a physician-centric world that candidly most academics have lived in.
If there is a watchword that could be assigned to Johnson's goals as chair of internal medicine, it would be excellence. in all realms of medicine, research, education, and patient care.
It's an overused term, but I can't think of a better one. And it is what we are attempting to do here. And again, what makes it achievable is we have faculty who have proven themselves long before I arrived that they are striving for excellence. And the men and women that we are recruiting hopefully have that in their DNA. It's not something we're going to have to teach them. It's just in their nature. They can't not be excellent.
Excellence leads to another of Johnson's aspirations for patients and trainees alike.
I'm paraphrasing a quote attributed to Winston Churchill, where he once said that perfection never disappoints. So we're striving for perfection. When a patient walks through our doors, we want that experience to be one that is unforgettable for all the right reasons. When someone chooses to train here, I want him or her to say 40 years down the road, you know, I'm really proud that I spent those years at Southwestern and got the training I got. It was perfect.
In the future, he'll continue to welcome the advice of his predecessor chairs of internal medicine.
During the time I was interviewing for the position, I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Selden, and we were in his office, and I was trying to think of something really intelligent to ask him, you know, to show him how smart a guy was. And I was looking for the secret to success. So I said to him, or I asked him, Dr. Selden, what makes for a good chairman? And he said, I don't know. He says, you're going to have to figure it out for yourself. And I think he's right, because the truth is there's not a secret. If there were, everybody would be successful, right?
At UT Southwestern, Johnson will also look to another aspect of his heritage for inspiration and encouragement as he tackles the challenges of the Department of Internal Medicine.
You know, I'm not the first Tennessean to move to Texas. Turns out there's a series of Tennesseans that have moved to Texas, right? One famously said, y'all can go to hell, I'm going to Texas. That was Davy Crockett. Of course, Sam Houston, another Tennessean, former governor of Tennessee, got run out of the state. M.D. Anderson's a Tennessean. So there are a lot of Tennesseans that have made their way to Texas. And good things have happened when that occurred. I don't pretend to put myself in that category, but I'm sure they pined for Tennessee too, but they found success in Texas, right? Or you might argue Mr. Crockett didn't, but he still lives in history, right?